If you're already with us, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the RxOliver Twitch TV channel. We are going to be playing Call of Cthulhu RPG tonight. We are starting a long-term campaign, On The Orient Express. We bring you tonight London, the Prologue, London 1893, the Blood Red Fez. Brought to you live from Scotland, England, Chile and the USA. You'll also find us on that multi-stream link you see below. We are also live on Leo's channel. Leo, the GM.
Yeah, I'm live too on my channel. Welcome everybody for our first episode of the Horror on the Orient Express campaign, a mega campaign for the Call of Cthulhu, one of the most famous or infamous ones. And well, I'm really excited to have you here, guys. And yeah, well, we are ready to go. So, I'm going to want for you to introduce your characters first.
I'll happily go first. Give me 1 second to get the character sheet on the right section. Okay, so, well, my name's Oliver, and I'll be playing a character named Angus Alexander. So his full name is Angus William, or Bill for short, Alexander. The man is short at only 5'2" and slim in build. Angus is a charming and popular man, born in Scotland, living in London. He studied anthropology when he was younger, and after retiring young from a job as a laboratory technician, he opened his own bookstore in London named Bill's Books. He doesn't drink alcohol, but he does smoke, and he loves chocolate and ice cream. He has a great love of magic and will perform tricks for anyone who will watch. He also loves to gamble. Significant people are his wife, Mary Alexander, his sons, Angus II, Malcolm and Brian. And his connection to someone that we'll be talking about later on, Professor Julius Arthur Smith, is the professor is a patron in his bookstore, Bill's Books. Angus is a family man and a God-fearing one. And yeah, that's all you need to know about Angus for now. So I hope you enjoy. I'm going to enjoy playing him.
Great.
My character is Catherine Jones. She is a socialite. She's a very high class prostitute, actually.
Hey.
Ooh.
And she's got dark hair and eyes. She's got a soft feminine face. She's very charming. She doesn't appear to have a partner, so like people around her. But she's in all these social circles. She also is the founder of M. Murphy's, which is a school for unruly girls back home in Scotland, where she stays in Glasgow. She's friends with the professor, as far as people can tell, on a personal level, and yeah, that's it. She's a little bit arrogant, or a little bit like blunt for a woman of that time, but she's very like soft spoken and charming.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Who's next?
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
Okay. My character is Tony Taylor, and he is a big game hunter. He's 39. He lives in London now, but he's from Manchester because I can't do any accents. And he's quite tall. He's 6'3". He is quite muscular, so his suit's a bit too tight for him. He laughs a lot. He shoots a lot of things. He has 2 guns. And his best friend in the world is his Alsatian called Beatrice.
Oh.
And yeah, and he knows Julius the Professor because he is a slight member of the Oriental Club, where he takes some of the richer members to Africa to shoot or go on safari. Kill things and possibly learn about other cultures. But yeah, that is Tony.
Right, Tony, just a thing before we continue to Mr. Merriweather. I don't think the good professor has gone to any safaris. He has been busy the last few years touring. You know that he has been touring through the Middle East. Well, you don't know exactly doing what, but yes, he's a good friend of yours. You have invited him several times, and he has politely declined. But he always loves to hear your tales about your safaris and adventures. Okay, and you have become a good friends, and yeah, he places a lot of trust in you. And when that's said, let's go with Mr. Charles Merriweather.
All right, so Charles is an old geezer. Salt and pepper hair, somewhat manicured despite his receding hairline. If you'd seen his brother, Frederick, you might have guessed his hair loss wasn't hereditary, but rather due to years of stress. Piercing blue eyes that are both captivating yet cold. Bags under his eyes and crow's feet extending outward, likely from countless late nights spent focused on the restoration and preservation of artifacts, which have made their way across his workstation over the years. The absence of laugh lines on his face indicate it's been some time since much joy has come into his life, while a quite unruly beard sits below his expressionless mouth. Although Charles may have once stood tall and proud, he now seems to be hunched and withdrawn. His hands, still quite dexterous from practicing his trade, are seemingly strong and well taken care of, with the only clue of his age apparent in the presence of a few liver spots. Despite the obvious tolls life has taken on his body, it's his thin appearance that strikes you the most. It appears that he has not ever held a great affinity for food and may wither away at any moment.
Okay.
He was once married, but and has a son, but really he's just a quiet and reserved man that you probably would not know much about.
Nice effort.
And then he knows Julius basically because he used to come to the museum that Charles works at and struck up a conversation initially with Charles pertaining to a occult artifact that his colleague had restored before encountering an unfortunate mental breakdown. They've since conversed over many topics, and Julius kind of reminds Charles of a younger, more hopeful him.
That's great. That's great.
A nice backstory, man.
Yeah, nice backstory. So, let's go first with let's go with Angus. Where are you? It's a Sunday. It's past midnight. Where is Angus?
Well, Sunday past midnight. I guess Sunday would be his one day that the bookstore isn't open. So Sunday probably spends with his family, with his wife and 3 sons. So Sunday past midnight he'd be at home in bed.
All right. You are in bed.
Unless it's any kind of special Sunday. If it's your average Sunday, Angus is home in bed with his wife, hopefully.
All right. Perfect. Let's, but first, I forgot to do a little thing. Let's put some music here.
Yay.
Ooh, creepy.
No, normal music for now.
Oh,
Not that creepy for now. Okay. Yeah. Well, you wake up to banging on your door, on the door of your house, Angus.
Okay, well, I wake up.
What do you do?
I wake up and run to the door.
All right. Well, Angus, you open the door and there is a little street urchin standing there, and he says, "I got a message for you, sir." And he hands you a piece of paper.
I'll take the piece of paper and say, "Who are you? Who's this message from?"
I don't know. Just pay me to deliver it to you, sir.
Okay, I'll take the message, put it in my pocket. Good evening to you, and close the door behind him.
Okay. Yeah. You take a look to the piece
Yep, I'll have a
of
look at
paper.
it.
Well, you see this, and you recognize this seal. From your good friend, Professor Julius Arthur Smith. I'm going to show it to you here on the screen.
Okay, hang on 1 second.
Do you see it there?
Yes.
Mhm.
Message
All right.
from
Let
Professor
me
Smith.
show it for the audience. You have this message. You can even imagine the voice of the professor behind it. Says, "I'm at 5 Dorward Street, Whitechapel. For God's sakes, come, bring a gun. Julius Smith." All right, and well, let's. What are you going to do, Angus?
Well, could you read the note again, please? Sorry, because I had it up on screen and I was going to read it and I just closed it. It's my bad.
No problem.
Oh,
No
it's
problem,
okay.
my
Here
man.
it is. Here it is. Thank you, Kate. So, I'm at 5 Durward Street, Whitechapel. For God's sake, come. Bring a gun. Julius Smith. Right, so I got a note and it says, I am at 5 Durward Street, Whitechapel. For God's sake, come. Bring a gun. Julius Smith. Right, okay. Where am I going to find a gun? Where's Angus finding a gun?
Well, that's different. I don't know. Do you have a gun, Angus, in your house?
Wouldn't
You
say
are
so.
not a.
Wouldn't say
Okay.
so. No.
Well, but are you still going to go for?
I'm still going to go. I'm still going to go, but I don't have a gun.
All right. All right. Okay, let's leave you there for a minute. You make your way to that address, and let's go with Catherine. Catherine, where are
Okay.
you this Sunday past midnight?
So do I have to be in London?
Yes, you are in London.
Okay. I would be at a hotel in London then because I don't stay here all the time.
Okay, you are visiting. I think
I'm down
spoke-
I'm down on business and some visiting with one of the girls from the school. We're going to some meetings.
All right, and well, you get a knock on your door, past midnight, and it's the. What are you going to do?
Excuse me.
I would grab something in the hotel room. There'd probably be like a big ashtray or something, and hold it, and then open the door.
Okay, you see there a little street urchin, and he hands you a paper, a message in a paper.
What is the meaning of this?
I don't know, ma'am. They just paid me to deliver it for you.
Okay. I would toss him a penny or a coin or whatever, and then close the door.
All right, the boy just smiles and grabs the tip, and he goes away. The message is the same, Catherine.
Yeah.
Exactly the same message with the signet from Professor Julius Smith. Okay, it says, "I'm at 5 Dorward Street, Whitechapel. For God's sake, come, bring a gun."
Gun.
Julius Smith.
Oh shit.
So, you, Catherine, you know Professor Smith. What do you think he will have sent you this message for calling for help?
Maybe because he's one of the few people that knows that I'm actually a prostitute, so he probably thinks that I would be able to get in touch with some people who would be able to get me a gun and help him.
Okay, and well, what will you do, Catherine?
I would start wondering if I had any acquaintances in London who would be able to get me a gun. I'd be able to buy it.
Okay, I'm pretty sure you will.
Okay.
This hour of the night, a bit difficult.
Yeah, I'd
That's-
probably wait till tomorrow. I would go and check the door, double lock it, and wait till the morning.
Yeah, but the message is urgent, Catherine.
I don't know,
He's-
but I know this is urgent, but what can I do just now? It's after midnight.
Of course, but well, Professor Smith, who you have in great esteem, needs help now. He's like he's saying he's giving you his address because well, he does not live there. Okay, he's just saying to you that he is at Dorwell Street in Whitechapel. He does not live there. He lives in his St. John's townhouse, not in Whitechapel. So also that's a low end. It's like a slum.
Oh, a rough place anyway. Okay.
So.
Well, then I would probably just go to the front, the concierge, and ask them to book me a horse person to take me there.
Okay, you are going to go. You don't have a going down, but well, the professor. I mean, if he's, the professor, if he's asking you for help, or it's because he needs something. He's not in his house. He's somewhere in Whitechapel, doing God knows what. Maybe he needs help. He has been mugged. Maybe.
I would tell the girl who's in my room to stay there, and I would tell her where I was going, but that just to wait for me here.
Okay, she says to you, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, she would do as she was told about her.
All right, let's go then with Mr. Charles Merriweather. It's the old geezer doing Sunday past midnight.
He's definitely sleeping.
Well, then
for 6 hours.
Your sleep is disturbed by a knock on your door past midnight.
Who's there? I'll go up to the door and open it.
Yeah, but it's the same scene as before. Another street urchin hands you a piece of paper, and you pick it up. Well, it's the same message as before.
That kid's gone poking his nose into stuff he shouldn't have again. And I guess I don't have a gun or anything, and I'm pretty old, so there's not much that I can really do or arm myself with, so I'll just start heading that way.
That Dorwell Street is it's a slum in the East End. In fact, a fun fact that most Londoners know, at the south end of that street, 5 years ago, was found the first victim of Jack the Ripper. So it's not a pretty place to be past midnight. So Professor Smith is asking for help in that address. Probably he's saying that because he knows it's a dangerous place for people, for well-to-do people. So that might be it. But what are you going to do?
I'm just gonna head that way. I mean, at my age, I probably don't have it.
What age is he? What age is he, bro?
67.
Nice. My guy's 50. I'm not young, like.
Well, the old geese are just. I suppose that it will be, as you said, you look to Professor Smith as a younger self, someone who maybe who you could have been, maybe, but you have taken a liking to the young lad, so he seems to be in trouble. And not in a pretty place. So, well, you don't have a gun, but do you go anyway to help the young lad?
I'll put on a light jacket and start cruising down that way.
All right. And let's go with the only guy that seems to have a gun, actually. Well, Tony, it's the same scene. Where are you past midnight this Sunday?
Oh, yeah, Tony's doing what he always does. He's taking Beatrice, the Alsatian, for a walk on the Thames so she can have a piddle before bedtime.
All right. Well, it's the same. You get a message too. You get the same message from Professor Julius Smith, and it's the same. I'm at 5 Stowell Street, Whitechapel. For God's sake, come, bring a gun.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit similar. I'll flip him a penny for the message, and then I'm gonna say, what did the gentleman look like that gave you this message?
I don't know, just like most gentlemen look. He had a mustache and, well, he was well dressed. I don't know, sir. I just get paid to deliver messages.
Okay. I'm gonna flip him another penny and say maybe would he call the Bobbies to the same address at 6 a.m. because the message says 5 o'clock, right?
No, it's he's at no. There's no. He says it's at 5 Dorwell, number 5 Dorwell Street.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said a.m. Yeah, okay, I won't give him the extra penny. No, that's fine. I will look at my guns because I have 2, and yeah, start making my way with Beatrice to the address.
Still got another 2 of you.
No, all right. just
Yeah,
two
going
guns.
All right. No. Okay. Well, yeah. Then the collection of you arrive slightly at the same time. No, it's not exactly. Maybe not at the same time, but you start to arrive to this place, and well, each of you see the others arrive. You don't know each other, but every one of you can see Professor Julius Smith standing there on Dorwell Street. Again, as I told you, yes, Whitechapel is a slum area in the east end of London, and yes, it's potentially dangerous for middle class people and people, of certain
That's good because I'm not middle
social
class.
you don't. Well, it's like you are not rich or anything. You are almost poor, but
My big story.
you still don't belong here, right? It's a infamous neighborhood around here, especially if you look somewhat respectable, well dressed. Well, Dorwell Street is a narrow and poorly lit street with several ramshackle buildings about. You can see a horse slaughter business down the street. At the other end, you see a boarding school for the poor. Well, as I said, to the south end of this street, 5 years ago, Jack the Ripper's first victim was found. So it's a pretty infamous place. And, outside, you arrive at number 5, Dorwell Street. And yes, you see Professor Smith. He's pacing agitatedly, up and down, like waiting. And he sees the 4 of you arrive. You see each other too, in between you. You don't know again between each other, but you know Professor Smith, and he seems really overjoyed to see you guys. And he says, "Oh, thank you, gentlemen. Catherine. So I'm sorry, I didn't know who I could call. I sent messages to everyone I could think of. Could help me in this situation. Did you come armed, my friends?"
couldn't get a gun at this short notice. I definitely know someone here who would have one, but I thought it was more important. I got here. What's happened? What's going on?
Armed's not something that I was able to be, but I'm here.
Well. I'm just thankful that you are here. I just say that because this could take a potentially dangerous turn, my friends.
Who are these people?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You don't know each other because let me introduce yourself. He goes ahead he introduces you, each of you, one of you, to each other. So in fact, you may introduce yourself to the rest of the people.
Angus would happily take the lead and introduce himself first. Then, people, I'm Angus. I'm a friend of the professor here. He's a customer in my bookstore. I own Bill's Books on. Now I've got written in Discord where in London it is, but I'm not going to change screens because it'll move around all my cameras. But a certain part of London, Andy suggested earlier on. I own a bookstore there. Who are all you people? What are we doing here?
My name's Catherine. I'm a good friend of the professor's. He's a good friend of mine. I help run and founded Maggie Murphy's, which is a school in Glasgow. Not massively important just now, but
I guess we'll hear the Scottish accent and hear her mention Glasgow and smile at that because he's from Edinburgh himself and he's a Scotsman himself living here in London. So, another Scot here. Okay.
I'm here on business for a few days, but I got the professor's message.
Yeah. The professor Smith says, "Yes, I'm sorry, Catherine. I'm really, I really didn't want to drag into this. I know, but I didn't know who could I call or who would come at this time of the night. Sorry, Mr. Merriweather. I'm really sorry to have bothered you this late at night because Professor Smith, the Professor Smith at this era is a young man and you are an old man who he seems to have a lot of respect for you, Charles, and he looks at you apologetically and I'm really sorry, Mr. Merriweather. I didn't know. I just called for help for everyone. I thought everyone I thought I could trust, and I'm very sorry to have disturbed your sleep, sir.
That's all right.
Yeah, but Tony, I knew I could count on you. I don't know who else I would like to be here at this time, my friend. I hope we don't need your expertise here tonight, Anthony. But again, I see you brought Beatrice with you.
Yeah, I was going to lick his face to cheer him up.
Yeah, okay. Well, he knows Beatrice, so yeah, she licks his face. Good girl. Okay. Well, I suppose the more the merrier, I guess. I'm going to explain you briefly, in brief, what happened. Okay, but let's go inside first. And he goes into this building, this number 5 at Dorwell Street, and the professor goes near to this who seems to be the landlady, and he has a whispered conversation with her. Okay, while you wait, and he presses money into the hand of this woman.
Quick description of this woman. What does she look like? What's her ethnicity? A little British woman, is she? An English woman?
What? Sorry,
what does this woman look like? Is she just a little?
No. She looks like a regular landlady. She's a middle-aged woman, not very well,
Okay.
dressed, like in this heavy hair a bit. Well, and she also has like these rolls in her head. She looks like she was
rollers,
just yeah. She just woke up
Does
in
it
the
look
middle
like-
of the night.
One more question. Does it look like a big pile of money he's pushing in her hand?
No, it's not a big pile of money. It's just a couple of notes only.
Okay. A
Okay.
big woman.
And he motions at you and says, "Come, friends, let's go upstairs. Here, inside." And well, you if you follow the professor, I'm assuming you do. He heads upstairs. The soft rotten boards creak with every step you take upstairs, and at the top of the stairs, a little room in semi-darkness stands. There's a fearful and horrible stench coming from it. It's like a old fish with offal
Ew.
and ancient corded vomit.
Ew.
Nice.
And I hope you guys haven't eaten recently.
I'll be holding Beatrice because I think she'd be excited by all these smells.
I'm not into the
So I'd be
snacks
happy.
yet.
Well, yeah,
Can't
but
I'm
this
into
is-
the snacks.
Yeah, in fact, Beatrice starts barking. Okay,
Ooh.
she looks wary, like alert.
But just
Your
follow the professor. I'll not be getting ahead of him or anything, eh?
Yeah,
I
he's-
know
he's-
what's going on here, Professor.
Looking at
What
these
is
Oh,
it?
people.
I will explain, my friends. I will explain. Let's go. Well, you enter this little dark, semi-dark room, and there is this sinister tableau lit by just 2 candles in wooden candlesticks. There you see a wasted man in a small sagging bed,
Yeah.
and you see a black cloaked figure besides him. There are scraps of food and discarded notes and trash everywhere. It looks like someone has been here for a while.
And this is
There is a very bad lighting, so you can make out exactly what these papers or discarded notes are now. This horrid stench seems to emanate from this man on the bed.
this man's dead, yeah.
No,
No,
he's alive. This man looks ancient. He's withered.
ancient,
and
like
he-
over 90
he
years
seems-
old.
Well, yes. You, if someone asks you his age, you will say he's a very old man. He's withered and he looks near death.
So he's still
He's
alive.
naked. He's naked except for some stained small clothes, and curiously, he's wearing a fez in his head.
What colour is it, Leo?
Mhm.
What colour is the face, Leo?
It's red, of course.
Okay.
And the clothed figure just takes back his hood, and he's an old man, well dressed, and he says, "Hello, I'm Dr. Niels Hobbs. Who are you people? Oh, they come with you, Smith. Oh, okay. Oh, well, as I said before, this man is in a very, very bad shape. We need to make certain he's not contagious and that we can move him to a hospital because this man has not long to live, I will say. And then Smith comes forward and says, Oh, okay, my friends. I'm very sorry to drag you into this, but I didn't know who else I could call. But let me start at the beginning. 4 days ago, well, this is from Mrs. Green, the charming lady you saw downstairs. She told me this information, and 4 days ago, this man here was brought by a gentleman, a silver-haired gentleman dressed in a top hat, and he came and offered a lot of money for this room. Okay, and well, he and some men took this poor boy here to this place, and well, they spent a couple of nights here, and the tenants reported screaming and weird sounds all the time. Mrs. Graham says that, well, she complained to this man, and well, he just paid more money to her to keep her shut and don't say anything about the noises and all the trouble caused. But by the third night, the tenants reported even strange shadows and thumping, shrieking, and the situation. But by the fourth night, tonight, the things became untenable, and the tenants just called the police and wanted this man gone. Mrs. Grimm says that, well, the man just that paid her said that this was his brother, who is a recovering addict. They are, curing him, and they need a discreet place for him to be while he was disintoxicated. And well, he apologizes for all the noise and stuff, but Mrs. Grimm says that this is no natural thing. The noises, the screams were not from this world. Anyway, well, the police was called, and well, these men and his thugs left the place. They are nowhere around. But make no mistake, my friends, these people in faces are not good people. Do not hesitate to defend yourselves if we encounter them. As for this boy, because he's a boy. I mean, I think I know. I think I know who he is. I think he's Matthew. He's a student of a college of mine from Constantinople. But anyway, that doesn't matter now. The thing is, I need help to move this man and guard him against any assailants we may encounter when we move him. These people seems to have been scared by the police. In fact, the police came and took a look at this poor man, and they called Dr. Hobbs, who is a police medical examiner. And the police said that there's no crime. This is just a deceased man that needs to be hospitalized, and they just left. But I don't know, my friends. I'm not comfortable leaving this man unprotected. And Dr. Hobbs here says that we need to check, be certain he's not contagious, and move him out of here. That's why I called you.
Well, one of the first things my character Angus Alexander is going to do then is definitely wrap something around his mouth, because he's just retired from being time out. No, time back in. Cam's back on. So he's just retired from being a laboratory technician. So he's very aware of contagion, and I'm going to have a wrap something around My face, first of all, that's the first thing I'm doing.
Okay. Anyway, Dr. Hobbs says he's not sure if he's contagious. Doesn't seem anything he knows to be contagious, but it's better to be, careful with this man. Dr. Hobbs chimes in and says, I don't know what's wrong with this man. It's clear that he's near death. He's dying, but I don't know what happened. What's happening to him? In fact, there is a very curious thing. This hat he's wearing, I don't seem to be able to remove it. It seems to be stuck in his head.
The face.
Well, if you see here, he points with a pen at the head of the poor man. Well, if you see here, the face of this hat seems to be affixed to the head of this poor man. Who knows what barbaric acts he was subjected to?
No.
But you can see, he points with the pen. You can see as the flesh is started to grow into the rim of the hat, and well, I don't think I can remove this without the surgical means, and that has to be done in a hospital. Yes.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
first, Tammy.
I don't want to get too close to the guy because for obvious reasons. But I want to have like a look around the room to see if there's anything, anything that would give us an idea as to what was going on or why the hat was stuck in it. I just want to have a look round, to be honest.
And I should just that, Leo, I've got a very low skill, but I've got something. Can I make a medicine check, see if I can tell what's going on here?
Of course, if anyone of you can do medicine checks. Let's see those rolls.
I've got shit biology, but I'm going to try it.
Oh, I don't have the right screen up.
So Charles would be out in the hallway, kind of, with a handkerchief over his nose and mouth.
The stench is unbearable, really.
Yeah, I heard contagious, and that was probably all I heard with my poor hearing, so that was enough to keep me kind of at bay.
All right, medicine. Okay, no, Alexander, of course, you don't have any idea of what's wrong with this dude.
I've got quite high first aid, but I don't, like I say, I only want to get as close as is really necessary. I would have pulled a hanky out, like, over my face.
Okay, you're...
Look at all these failed rolls, gang.
Yeah, that's a good roll, Tony, but don't waste any luck. Don't waste any luck for now.
Tony only knows about animal biology, so he's a bit confused.
Okay, don't use your luck for this.
Bro, do you want to
know exactly what? But it seems it seems like the doctor's assessment is quite. It makes sense, and yes, if any of you are near him when he points out to this hat, this face, and the head of the man, yes, you can appreciate the flesh growing up to the rim of the hat. Okay. Also, any of you? Okay. Go with Kate. You wanted to look around. The place is very poorly lit. Okay. You don't see anything of importance right now. You see a lot of papers discarded about, food leftovers, like. People have been living here for a few days, just eating and just discarding the leftovers about the papers, little wraps of food around, okay? And yes. Anything? Anyone is near this man? And you all keep a healthy distance.
Yeah.
Definitely. I just wanted to say, would Brew like to roll something to see if we're all cursed for this campaign, or is it just the three of us?
Okay. Yes. Okay. You keep a healthy distance from this man. Well, I know Mr. Merriweather said he was outside the room, just holding a handkerchief to his nose. And Tony and Beatrice, where are you? Where are you at this moment? Are you inside the room?
Yeah, because we would have been trying to use the biology thing to like look at him a bit.
Yes.
So it would be in
So
the room.
you are.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The three of you are inside the room, but keep a distance from this man. It's not. Anyway, there is not much distance to be kept anyway because it's a really small room. But Beatrice is agitated. She begins to bark. She's alert. She's looking everywhere. And the Dr. Hobbs, he's examining this man, and he says, this is strange. Any of you hear something? I could swear I'm hearing something near this man. It's like a low hum.
I don't think that you should be
We
that
hear
close
something?
to her.
Do we hear anything?
I understand, madam. I understand, but it's my duty to examine this poor man. What's this? Oh! He looks like he has heard something horrible. You know what's happening to this man? Like he just seems to have heard something horrible, but he just flinches and says, "How is that possible?" Suddenly, this poor man, this wasted man, he suddenly utters like a tortured shriek, and his body heaves suddenly, gives a horrid death rattle, and he dies.
Oh, nice.
The guy with the hat on, yeah?
Yes, and the doctor just takes a step back and says, "Oh, this is not from this world."
What is it?
In this instant, the instant that this man dies, he stops breathing. The fez that was on top of his head falls off and rolls about in the room.
Like rolls or rolls about?
Rolls about, like he just he doesn't roll on his own. He falls and rolls a bit into the ground, and he's just laying there.
What does the guy's skin look like when it was kind of grafted into his skin, the hat?
Well, you see this little circle around his forehead and his whole head, and yes, like a mark just across where the rim of the hat was. You see this line in his head.
Does it look like so red, this line? Like it's been actually like physically getting itself into your skin?
Yes. Yes, okay. It's a ring of raw flesh.
Nice.
And then Dr. Hobbs leans toward the man and he says, and checks him for vitals. And he says, "No, this poor man has just died." And then the candles blow out like a sudden gust of breeze through the window blows the candles, and the room is plunged in darkness. You hear a shriek. Dr. Hobbs screams. You see this man spring to life and grab him and bite his face off. This dead man now
That was
just
my next
turns
question.
around. His head begins to deform, to elongate. This the top of the skull, where the face was, begins to elongate, to grow upwards, and with it, the skin of his face begins to stretch, and his gums, you see his gums and his teeth has turned like sharp fangs, and then his hand seems to be clawed now, and he opens his mouth to an enormous size, and a huge tongue falls, and the tongue ends in several tips. This horrid monster just has bitten off the face of poor Dr. Hobbs, who is dead now. I'm going to show you a little picture so you have a little idea what's going on now. Let's put this for the audience too.
Ew.
Now, that's it's in front of you.
Lovely.
And of course,
And it's got a hold of the professor, did you say?
yeah, well, the Professor Smith is just like his eyes are wide open and he screams, and of course, just like he did, you are going to roll for sanity.
Okay.
And of course, that
2
we are
seconds
going now to
after
put creepy music.
Well, that wasn't creepy music. What are you on about?
That's the mystery music. That's different.
It's
Oh,
just different.
sanity,
This is
yeah. Come on.
Oh yes, Tony.
Nice,
fine.
Tony.
I failed.
A nice Charles.
Charles. Well,
Oh,
well,
Catherine
Charles.
with a fail.
If you roll, I'm supposing that you heard the noise and just peeked inside the room and saw this.
Yeah, I probably would have been
Thing.
like, what's going on in there? Kind of like,
What's all that noise? And Catherine, roll 1d8.
Well, 1d8, what the fuck?
Oh, you're right in. Oi!
Oh boy, we're starting. Oh, we're starting good.
Fuck.
Going heavy with a sand loss right at the
Sorry.
start.
You lose
I've
7
only
points
got
of sanity.
25 sanity points.
Ooh.
25?
I know, yes. I've seen
Oh,
some
boy.
bad things in life, Leo.
Have you already thought of your next character? Just
Yeah.
maybe the girl in the hotel. Well, Catherine, roll for intelligence.
Do I just actually roll intelligence? Nice.
Yes, that's what I said.
No, this is when you don't want to succeed.
Yes, you comprehend what you have just seen. Your mind understand the horror that is before you, and Catherine, you just can't help but feel like you have to run away. You cannot be here. You just have to be out of here now. Please roll 1d10 and let's see how many rounds are you going to be running away.
Well,
3 rounds. You just
Okay.
you just have to be out of here. You don't care how, where, who you have to step into, but you have to get out of here. And let's go for initiative now. Let's go with the initiative orders. Let me pop this dude here with monsters and entities.
Oh, God.
All right, and let's see. Well, at least he's slowed. Okay, so Tony, you
Leo,
have to react.
do I? Because I've got.
Let's
Because
say
I've got guns, do I go any faster? I guess not. That makes any difference.
No, you are the fastest one. You are okay.
Okay, yeah,
So,
that's fine.
I don't know what's I don't have stats for Beatrice, but
Oh no, I said she's more for
She
fun.
does 1d20 damage. That's her
It
stat.
won't-
in fact,
Sorry.
Beatrice, she is just scared. She just gets back in the corner of the room, barking at this thing, but he doesn't go near it, anywhere near it.
Mm.
And okay, it's your turn, Tony. I suppose you brought your pistol.
Both my guns. I've got both my guns. So
So did you bring a handgun and a rifle just
yeah,
about in the city?
yeah. He's a big game hunter. He's just constantly looking like that's his job. He advertises.
Okay,
It won't let me-
I'm going to rule that yes, you brought the rifle and maybe you thought, okay, the professor needed help. If the Bobby's just say anything, I'm a big game hunter and this man was in danger. I needed to help him.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go ahead and you have your rifle. Well, you sling you take your rifle from behind your back, and well, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna just blast the thing in the face with the big tongue. Because Leo, I still remember what he did to my character with the last big tongue. So I'm not taking any no more of this. I'm just gonna shoot it in the face.
No,
That's
yes, this one, it's different.
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna shooting it as much as I can with this rifle thing.
All right, you
Oh.
take aim and shoot, and you hit it squarely in the.
Yay.
You hit him squarely in the head, but the bullet just goes in and out, and you made a hole into the thing, but he is he doesn't seem to flinch. It's like you just made a hole in him, nothing more.
Great.
And he stands. He steps back a bit. Okay. Okay. Your rifle is empty now. If you
Okay,
want
the
to
rifle,
shoot
yeah.
again, you need to spend a one round reloading it.
Okay, that's fine.
Oi.
And let's go now with Angus. What do you do?
Well,
This thing.
I do not have a gun or the will to shoot things. I am going to get behind Mr. Has a Gun and close to the
Two
door.
guns.
No, I'm going to get behind Mr. Has Guns and close to the
Okay.
door.
Okay, okay, you close the door. Now it's okay, Catherine. Catherine, it's your turn, but the door is closed.
Okay.
You have to get out of here.
Yeah. Am I still just running about mad? For 3 rounds.
Yes, you only can get as far as you can from this place. That's the only thing you can do.
I'd just be okay. That's fine. I wouldn't run away. I don't think. I'd just be running around.
Okay, you open the door back. You open the door again and run away. Mr. Merriweather, you see this fine lady you just met. Open. You see first the door closing, then it opens again, and you see this fine lady you just met running, screaming away from this place down the hall and down the stairs. And now it's Mr. Merriweather's time to act.
What in God's name is going on in there?
Well, you did see this monster. This
I
dead-
know, but I didn't hear half of the damn conversation. I'm gonna start running, following behind Catherine.
All right, Professor, you run away, and yes, now it's this horrible creature time to act, and he throws himself to Tony, who has just shot him, and he claws at you. Are you going to dodge or are you going to riposte?
I'm gonna riposte, I think.
Okay, that's a brawl check. You have to. You have.
Oh, my brawl shit, but okay.
You still can. You can dodge if you want. You don't need to win.
She
Just,
said, you know what she said?
No, I'm not on this one. I can't. Fuck it, I'll just brawl. I'm reasonably strong.
Yeah.
remember that it has nothing to do with strength. It's brawl.
I
You
know,
need
I know,
to-
I know.
You will need to have a bigger success than he to be
Fuck it,
able to
I'll have
riposte.
dodge. My dodge is better slightly. I'm gonna have to dodge, so I'll be dodging out of the way of Angus. Sorry,
Also,
Angus.
remember, to dodge, you only have to match his success. You don't have to
Yeah.
to be
Dodge is much
better.
easier.
So you dodge. All right, that's good.
Come on, look at that
He
extreme
claws and he
success.
fails.
Ah, man.
He jumps at you with his claws, and you just duck out of the way, leaving poor Angus uncovered.
No!
Get it going.
Now, back from the top, Tony is again. It is again your turn. It's your time to act.
I can't do anything right because I dodged. Can I just move?
No, you can. You can. You can act
Oh, okay.
normally.
Okay. Yeah. Can I shoot and then move back
Okay.
out the door? I'm going to shoot it again, but I'll do
Yes,
that
you
then.
can.
Okay.
Also, remember you have a bonus die because
Okay.
of the close quarters situation. You are in point blank range.
Okay,
Well,
let
you're going
me-
to shoot your handgun, right?
Yeah, my handgun this time, yeah.
Shoot
Let's see.
Are you shooting one? Are you shooting single shot or semi-automatic fire?
No, I'm just going to do one shot because I want to try and get out the room.
All right. It doesn't make
Oh,
a difference,
20.
but still.
Oh, but
Oh, that's-
you said I get a bonus dice, right?
Yes, you have a bonus die.
So it might make a difference.
Come on!
Yes, it makes
Yeah.
a difference. You
Okay.
shoot at it again, and you hit him in the chest. Again, the bullet goes in and out the back of this creature, leaving a hole into it. But he doesn't seem to flinch. It's like you are poking holes in a sack of grain.
That's
He's
a,
taken
it's
he's
a-
taken a lot of damage and not done anything.
it's a recurring theme with you, Leo, when we shoot things that doesn't really do much, eh?
I know.
He just goes through.
It's
yeah.
basically like what you appreciate is that you're making. Yes, you're hurting it, but you are just making tiny holes into him. He doesn't seem to be affected. He doesn't seem to be. If he has internal organs, he doesn't seem to be affected by the holes you're making in it. And he steps a bit back and just stares at you with his hatred-filled eyes.
Can I just ask a question? Is he is the thing with the tongue got the hat on now? Or is
No,
the hat on the
the-
floor?
The hat's still on the floor.
No, the hat's on the floor. What
Okay,
you
okay,
saw in his
okay.
head is just with the place where the hat was. It just
Mm.
elongated just
Okay.
up and stretched his whole skin back.
Okay.
Now-
I'm walking away now.
Yes, you walk back to the door. You step outside the hallway. Okay, Professor, and Meriwether sees again this hunter guy that you saw a while ago with a rifle in his back and all confident. He's turning tail and running with his handgun in his hand. Okay, so now Angus, it's your turn now.
Okay. So Angus is just going to creep further towards the door, get the door open, and get himself mostly through it, but just
The door
like...
is open already.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so I'm just going to hang outside the door, but still looking inside to see what's going on. And, if you don't mind, can we take our half-time break now so that I can get the shop before 10 o'clock?
Plus ice cream's ice cream. Also,
Yes.
I ate all my halftime snacks at the start.
Hey, I'm just getting started on the snacks now.
I've got cold sausages from tea time. So
Oh, nice.
I've got some olives,
I love leftovers.
big
Yeah.
fat purple ones.
okay.
And
All right then.
yeah,
Which I'm
back.
having custard.
Brew, I don't know if you were here when I said before, but that we had to cut off right in the middle of combat to go for an early half-time break because the shops stopped selling alcohol at 10 p.m. in Scotland, and I wanted some more beers.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
I was fighting for ages. I've got some wicked.
Eee.
Cool. All right. Well, we are back. Then we were at Angus just made his move. So now it's time for Mr. Merryweather.
Sorry, I didn't
Act.
attack it, folks.
No, sorry. Well, Catherine, well, you have to run away. In fact, you are now in the ground floor. But you need to get out of this building. So you run away. You run away screaming out of this building number 5 on Dorward Street. You run down this dingy, ramshackle, poorly lit street, screaming your lungs at the top of your lungs.
Let's get out of there. Said, let's get out of there.
They'd be like, what? Oh my god! Oh my god! It's
All
terrible.
right.
It's terrible.
And then it's now time to Mr. Merryweather to act.
I'm still hobbling out like as fast as I can go.
Okay, you as fast as you can go.
And
Yes,
I'm just gonna be
you-
screaming, God damn it, no!
What in God's name is this? You run down the stairs. Well, as you can. Well, you run, but yes, you make it to the ground floor. You see Mrs. Grimm like standing there in her threshold, looking at you, and says, "What's happening up there?
Mrs.
I
Green's the
just
little
saw
landlady.
a woman screaming."
Mrs. Green's the little landlady that he gave money to when he went in.
Yes.
Okay,
She's
sorry.
downstairs now. So Mr. Merryweather just sees her, and she says like what's going on up there? I just saw the woman screaming and running out of here. What's happening?
I don't know, let's go!
Yes.
Grab her by the hand and
Just
try
run
and
it.
pull her with me.
And she stares at you like, and some of the tenants are beginning to pop their heads out their doors, like curiously looking, seeing, to see what's happening. And let's go with this terrible, hideous creature who only Tony and Angus are there with it. And since Tony just
Only
shot
Tony in a
it
minute.
again, he again jumps at you with his claws. Tony, are you going to dodge or are you going to riposte?
Yeah, I'm gonna dodge again.
All right, there we go. He has a success.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Tony.
Hold on. Skill.
Claude rained. I don't like the look of that.
Oh,
Tony.
Oh
Good
no!
luck.
You didn't do this
This
time.
time-
Get your luck
You're
points
trying
on
to
that,
dodge out
Tony.
Again, but
I've not got much
you-
luck though.
but he jumps at you and claws at you, and he makes a nasty gash across your chest. Not very
Okay.
deep, but it tore out your clothes and makes some damage to your chest. A very nasty
Okay.
scratch to your chest. What's your HP, maximum HP?
Get out of there, Tony.
It's 13.
All right, just it's not a mortal wound.
Okay.
So okay. Now, back to the top. Tony, it is your time to act.
Tony, get out of there,
Oh.
mate. Get out of there,
so
mate.
how many points of damage do I take, Leo, for the thing attacking
Four.
me?
Sorry, four.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Tony's fine. Hold on.
Get out of there, Tony!
Stop
Get
trying to
out
get
of
me
there!
killed.
No, get out of there!
I'm like
serious.
basically in the doorway. I'm gonna be like shouting at Beatrice, and we're just gonna run like really
Yes,
fast.
mate. Yes, please.
Possibly,
We're going to die.
possibly in my head, I'm guessing that Mr. Merryweather is still really hobbling along, so I kind of want to just grab the geezer and run with him. Like if I can do that.
Okay, and Beatrice runs after. When the dog sees you fleeing, she begins to flee with you. She follows you. And yes, you run past Mr. Merryweather.
Come on,
He's in the...
come on, geezer.
I've taken
Grab
3
it.
turns to get here.
Come on, old boy.
Yes, again, the landlady and the people are starting to gather into the hallway, and upstairs you hear, well, Professor Smith has just run away. Like he at the start of when this creature just turned it into this monster, he screamed at the top of his lungs and started to run away, just like Catherine. Okay. And okay.
Catherine's got the right idea. That's what I say.
Yes.
Well, Tony, you start running. You realize that this creature is not like any animal you have hunted. And yes, well, I'm going to let you realize, because your experience with killing animals and hunting animals and guns, that you realize that this creature doesn't seem to be reacting to your shots like a normal animal, normal creature, because okay, you just start poking little holes into him that do little damage. No, there's nothing to break, and there's no. Again, like I told you, if it has any internal organs, he doesn't seem to be affected by having them pierced, but it's not invulnerable. You see the bullets just make holes into him. You just need to make bigger holes. So you start to run away. You run past Mr. Merryweather, who is still pacing into a little slower than the rest of you, through the ground floor hallway, and people start to crowd into the not crowd, but just begin to gather into the hallway, like wondering what's going on. All right. Then who is still upstairs? Angus, you're still upstairs.
Just about, like, thinking these people in the
Well-
hallway can kiss my ass as I leave, like.
Well, yes, and upstairs, Angus, you see the creature, and you see a couple of persons popping their heads out of their doors just to see what's happening, and the people say, "Oh, what's happening here?" And you downstairs hear people screaming upstairs. And okay, it's Angus' time to act.
Okay, so who's left? Just Tony in this room with this thing.
Tony just ran down.
Aye, right, yeah, I'm
Tony's gone,
fucking,
man.
yeah, I'm outie. I am outie.
Yeah, well, you're out of there. You go downstairs again, run past the poor Mr. Weather, who is slowly running.
No, I'm
through
I'm not running past Merryweather. No. Because I'm a gentleman of 50 years old. I'm gonna recognise that this old motherfucker's gonna need some help. Come on, Merryweather, let's go. And I'll put my arm round him and I'll get up.
Okay, well, yeah, you pick you're being just like pushed around by these youngsters. So,
I immediately
Down-
trip from the change in speed.
Well, boom.
all right. Yes. Well, it's not very hard to run away from the situation. Okay. I'm just going to end combat here, because no one is with the creature now, and the creature seems to have found entertainment elsewhere. And you all
Do we all
Good,
meet up
good.
at Click outside?
run away. Sorry, yeah, you run away because you're all on the ground floor. You have stated that you are running out of the building towards the exit. Okay, you are outside number 5 Doorway Street.
Wrong one.
You hear screaming inside, lots of screaming. Okay, now I'm going to go with Catherine, who is down the street, a few buildings down the street. You just came to your senses, Catherine, and you are in the middle of Doorway Street, down very near where this first victim of the Reaper was found 5 years ago. Basically, just next to the spot, and you come to your senses, and you are alone in the dark in this alley.
Okay, I would know that this is where she had been murdered as well, because I am a prostitute.
Of course, you know.
Was it Jack the Ripper killed prostitutes, didn't
I
he?
quickly gather myself together. Can I see these guys coming out the building? Can I hear? I would want to head.
You hear? It's not really that you have not run so far away, because you just ran to the end of the street, okay, to the south end of the street. You are not that far away.
Okay,
but you can see the building from there, but you hear screaming in the distance.
Like from where we've just been, or screaming from somewhere else?
No, from where just being.
All right, okay. I think I would probably, once I came to my senses, realised what was going on, I would and then quickly head back up to where I was.
Okay, you begin walking back, and you stumble into Professor Smith, who is just standing about, dazed, confused, in the street, just like you. And he says, Catherine, what in God's name was that? I don't know what happened to me. I'm just here now. I was in this room with this monster. Did you see what I see? Did you see what I saw, Catherine?
I seen it too. I did see it too. It's okay. Calm down. We're going to find out what's going on. We're safe. We have to go back up to find your friends. What about your other friends?
Yes. We have to go back. We have to go back.
Come with me.
Okay, as you go back, you see these guys leaving the building. The collection of you leave the building. You hear screaming. You are outside the building. What do you do once you are outside the building?
Well, if we don't telephone the police in 1893,
yes. In fact, yes. Someone, if not you, someone has already called the police.
You contacting the police.
You want to do one of those little phones to call the police, so the bobbies come, and you see Catherine and Professor Smith coming from down the street, coming back, all sweaty and agitated because of the little sprint. And there you are, all together again. Yes, there's more screaming coming from the building. Terrible screaming.
Is Tony came running? Has Tony came out as well?
Yes, all of you are outside.
All of us. Okay, sorry, I'm just double checking.
I'm not that much of a hero.
I'm waiting on the bobbies.
Yeah, well.
Tony wants to stay near the door with his gun ready in case the thing comes out into shoot.
Okay.
I would just say, I appreciate that you're probably not a gentleman who frequents these places, but believe me, the police would be less bothered about something happening down here and less likely to believe us that we said it was here. They're not going to be any use.
Mr. Merriweather catches his breath. And then a few minutes pass while you're speaking, and there's more screaming from the building. Okay, and one guy comes from the building just screaming, no, it's horrible, he's caked in blood, and
oh my god,
just runs away.
We maybe need to go back in and get the neighbors out if this guy's covered in
Well,
blood. What the hell's going on?
people are starting to come out. Some people are starting to come out, and then the bobbies come, and well, it's all chaos. They begin to enter the building, more screaming. What are you going to do in about this whole scenario? Because the bobbies come and they start to go into the building. People running out, more bobbies go in. They then run out again.
The professor came out with us, right? He's safe.
Yes, he's safe.
He's here with me. I found him on the way back up. I would probably look at Tony and be like, but come on, Missy, just go shoot it. Go shoot it. I don't know what that was, but it's not human. Just go kill it.
Okay. Tony wants to get back in there, but he's more interested in tracking the thing. Like he wants to, yeah.
If Tony does go back in, Angus will go.
You don't need to
in.
track it. You don't need to track it. He's pretty easy to find if you want it.
I'm happy to wait for the bobbies. Like
this is in case the thing like runs out of the building. He's like.
Oh, okay. You're keeping what? Bobbies come out of the building again, just calling for backup. We need guns. We need help.
Go, Tony.
Tony's gonna go. He's gonna reload his rifle and go into the entrance to see what's going on again.
I'm a follow Tony, but behind him.
I'm gonna go in behind. I'm gonna go in behind them also, but stay back a little bit. And just keep an eye and see if there's like any kids or women that need help coming out or that are scared or anything. I'm just going to tell people to stay locked in their houses.
Okay, you enter back into the building, and in the ground floor you see several mauled people laying dead, and you see a little kid in a corner crying. And you see there's a monster just ripping apart poor Mrs. Grimm. You just entered, and let's go with the same initiative order. So
okay.
It's time for Tony to act.
Tony's gonna use his rifle that he reloaded.
Okay, you again, you shoot him.
It must be dead. It's got to be dead.
12 damage.
Again, if it was a normal creature with internal organs and stuff, maybe he would be dead. But you just poked another hole into him. This time in the abdomen area.
Okay.
And he steps back again. But you are going to take a long time killing this creature just by poking little holes into it. You are going to need, to make more permanent damage, like, something
like
bigger than a
fire.
hole.
I believe in you, Tony.
I've not got. If he doesn't like guns, yeah, I was going to say. I'm going to say to Angus as I've shot it again.
I'm going to.
Don't look at Angus. I've got nothing, mate.
I'm just going to drop a hint to Tony because again he's a hunter and he knows about. Maybe he can grasp an idea. Like, okay, you're hurting this monster. You're making holes into him, but he doesn't seem to stop. It's not indestructible, but he doesn't seem to have any internal organs. He doesn't seem to have all that matters in any case. So maybe with your hunting knife, you can slash him, cut him open and do more damage. But with little holes, because as a gun user, you know that the power of the gun is piercing holes into people, destroying internal organs and stopping. But if it doesn't have any internal organs that matter, you're not going to do anything just by just poking holes into him.
Okay. My brawl is not good though.
Got it. You must have a skinning knife if you're a hunter. You must have a knife for skinning shit. Hunting knife, yeah.
But it's P25, so I might not hit it.
Skin him.
Yeah.
Again, now it's Angus's turn.
Right, I don't have any guns or anything. What's the situation with Tony's second gun? Is it just hanging off his waist where I can just grab it? I've got no skill in firearms. Like,
What about Brawl? Have you not like fisticuffs with it?
yeah, well, I guess old Angus not knowing much about punching things, but being an honourable and brave man is gonna.
Well, let's. You can try to find an improvised weapon to remember. You can use improvised weapons.
Okay. Yeah, right. So
But
what's around? What's the nearest improvised weapon? A lampshade.
Let's do a luck roll. Okay, let's see.
A luck roll, right? 2 seconds,
Yes.
boys. Let's go. Where's luck? Come on.
Okay, you have. Oh, well, there is a table. There was a table in the hallway that has been broken,
Let's go.
and by the fighting, and there is a table leg that
Okay.
you can use as a blunt.
I will
object. You
take
can-
said table leg and I will run and try and swing this table leg at this thing, man. Let's.
Okay, just go ahead.
Good luck, me.
Until
Come on!
Okay, you hit it. Well, not much damage, but
Hit it though.
sorry,
Angus.
Angus.
Oh no, what?
Angus, do you have? I put you unarmed. Okay, yes. You don't have. You don't have damage bonus, no. So, okay, you hit him, and you hear a little crunch, like in his head. You did not do but much damage, but it was a weak.
It felt it, eh?
It was a weak impact, but yes, you got him good.
I'm on the team table.
Maybe it's not a matter. This time it's not a matter of not doing damage, but matter of you not being strong enough.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you are rolling unarmed. It's like roll 1d6. Sorry, that's.
Is that the damage bonus
to
for the
club.
improvised weapon?
Yes.
Right, yeah, got you.
That's the,
2 seconds, hang on, I'm opening the wrong thing.
not any improvised weapon, but I'm treating this table leg like a big club.
Okay, so what did you say, 1d6?
Yes, 1d6. Yeah, I was saying weapon. Well, it's the same result. Well, but well, it's the same. It was a weak. You cracked him in the head. You hear a crack, but it's still going about.
Okay.
Okay, now,
So,
Catherine, it's your turn. What are you doing? You see
is there-
this scene, and as you see a little kid in a corner, just crying, and it's just saying, "Mom."
What?
is there any anybody's like house doors left open that I could like get him, throw him into a house somewhere?
Yes, there are several open doors to
Okay,
different apartments.
I would probably like be like, come on, and then get him and put him into one of these houses. While I was looking in one of these houses, I would have a look and see if there was any like anything out in the kitchen handy that looks like I could stab this thing with.
Okay, let's go with a luck roll. Or well, because you told me exactly to look into the kitchen, I'm going just to Of course, there's a kitchen knife somewhere.
Yeah.
You're saying that looking into the hallway.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yes, there's a kitchen knife laying about in the kitchen.
And I would
that's-
grab that and just I would say to the kid, just stay in here. It'll be okay. I'll make sure your mum knows you're here. Just go and find find somewhere good to hide in here.
Okay, ma'am. And when you go outside, and that's your turn. And
Yes.
Now Mr. Merriweather is still outside because he didn't say that he was going in. So just you only hear screaming and nothing more. You just stand there, Mr. Merriweather. I'm too old for this shit. I suppose.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my pencil and my notepad and do like a quick sketch of what I saw, and also start writing a letter to my son.
Oh,
Okay. Okay, you maybe you sit.
I mean,
Just
in
so-
the event I do die after seeing that, yeah, I'm gonna take a quick minute to write a letter.
Okay, then this creature just lunges at Angus, who just cracked him in the head, and he goes for you with his claws, his blood-soaked claws at you. You are going to riposte with your improvised weapon, or are you going to try and dodge? Angus?
I'm going to try and dodge.
All right, let's go. He fails, and you succeed. You just move out of the way. He jumps at you close in front, and you just step aside, and he passes harmlessly. All right, now back to the top. Tony, it's your time to act. It's your turn.
On Tony.
Yeah, but Tony's gonna try and use his knife, so that'll
Okay.
be fun. 'cause he's
You take out your knife and go ahead. He's going to riposte.
Yes!
Yes, Tony.
Cool.
Nice.
He's riposting.
Ah, fuck off.
No, it's
No, he has to beat
no,
it, eh?
it's success. He needed to win to be
Yes,
able to
Tony.
riposte. So yes, Tony, you get him good. You take out your hunting knife and do a big slash across his abdomen, and you open a big gash in his
Finally.
skin.
Tony.
Still,
Tony.
it's the hardest skin you have ever pierced, but you managed to do a little bit more of damage to this monster. Okay. Now it's Angus.
Good
Right.
job, Taylor. And I will grab this improvised weapon again, and I guess we'll try and swing and smash this motherfucker again.
Here we go. He's going to riposte you.
Oh, well, good luck, motherfucker. Right, where's my thing here? Ah, failed.
Both failures,
okay.
nothing happens. You go for him and he goes for you, but miss. Nothing happens.
Okay.
You crack. You hit the wall with this table leg, and he just swings
Gosh darn it, I missed.
too far from you. Okay, now let's go with Catherine. Catherine, it's
Yeah.
yes. There now, you're outside this little apartment you were in, and you have a kitchen knife in your hand. What are you going to do?
So I'm right outside this apartment.
You see, Catherine. You see this monster. You saw first how Taylor shot this monster and made a little hole into him, but you now see how he took out his knife and slashed him open. What do you do now?
So, I think I'm gonna attack it. I'm gonna try and slash it
Come
or
on.
stab it.
Go with brawl then, and then you're going to roll 1d4 for the knife. All right?
Yes. Right.
Okay, he's riposting. Hard success.
fuck off.
So he-
Fuck off.
unless you want to
Come
spend 8 points of luck, he's going to hit you.
Yeah, I'll spend it because I've got 55 luck points. So
All right, then it's a hard success. So you hit it. The damage is.
how many points? Sorry.
All right, you have 1d4 damage bonus. You rolled a 3 on damage bonus, but now roll another d4 for the knife. We're not going unarmed. It's a knife. Okay, 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Catherine, you again slash at this monster, and you slash and open this gash where Tony hurt this monster. You again slash at it, and you make it bigger now. The monster has a big gash in his abdomen, and well, strange things seems to be coming out of him now. He looks pretty weak now. he seems to be almost dead, but still willing to fight.
Yes, Gaff.
And it's okay. Mr. Merriweather is still writing his letter. Dear John, if in case I do not make it out of here, because you're still hearing screaming calls for help and stuff, and it's chaos down there. More Bobbies are coming this time, and they carry guns now. They're coming with guns now, and they're about to enter the building. And with
I'll
that,
kind of following after when I'm done writing the letter. I'll grab the wedding band around my neck.
well, the fight is it's a matter of seconds. You're writing a letter.
well,
but
shit, yeah, no, I'll take my time.
You're not finished yet. You're not finished yet. So let's go with this creature again. He grabs at his abdomen, and he looks at Catherine, filled with rage, and jumps at her. Are you going to dodge or are you going to riposte, Catherine?
Dodge. I'm gonna dodge. Hold on.
All right. He lunges at you with his claws, and he fails. So don't bother. He fails.
Okay.
Just he stumbles. He lunges at you, but he stumbles halfway and almost falls off. Now it's Tony's time to act.
With Tony's like good hunting skills, could he reckon that it looks weak enough that he shot it, it'd die, or would he not know that much?
Well, do you have? Okay, I will let you go with an intelligence roll.
Okay.
And see.
Okay. Let's see. If
and that's because of your expertise with.
Yes.
Well, Tony, he is. Yes, he's. If you place a good shot, he's going to fall off. He's almost dead.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna try and aim for the bit that's bloody where the gash is and use his rifle.
Nice, Martin.
Okay, yeah, come on. Back to combat.
Yeah.
No, your rifle is empty.
Yeah, I meant my handgun, sorry. He's gonna use his handgun. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you take aim and shoot at this monster, and you shot him in this gash he has, and you might have broken something inside because you hear a crack, and then it falls and it like splits into two, like he, he's by his own weight, the gash opens more and he falls dead.
Yeah.
20.
He wants to get
Killed
something and chop the long tongue out as a memento.
Oh, nice. That's disgusting, but nice.
Well, you're going to try to cut the tongue for a trophy, but just at the time, as I said, the Bobbies were about to enter the building with guns, and they said, "Freeze! Everybody freeze!" And okay, you see the police just pointing guns everywhere, just all scared, and one of the Bobbies that was inside, laying on the floor, wounded, says, "Oh, look, they're here! He's dead! He's dead! That gentleman over there. Well, these people over there, they killed it." And things begin to calm down.
You're welcome, Bobbies.
Bobby says, "Well, we're going to take a lot of statements here tonight. This is a mess. This is a bloody mess. Yes, there are a lot of dead people. There's the monster that is seems like a deformed human, and Mr. Merriweather, you see that the noise, the screaming subsides, and one Bobby comes out saying that they killed them. Those some people inside managed to kill the murderer." Let's go back to it. Some people say it's a murderer, some say it's a wild animal, a wild ape.
That wasn't
There's
an
a lot
animal
of
that we
confusion
saw.
going. There is a lot of confusion going about, but
But it's a
I'm
thing
on-
that you've been looking for.
what?
But it's something that you have been looking for. Like, you guys knew about this.
No.
Okay.
Some people are saying a guy went crazy and began to murder people. Some others say it's a wild ape.
This was no ape. This was a man that we saw. Are we talking to the
Okay.
police right now? Like, are we being?
Well, at some point
interviews
of the
or-
night, at some point, there is a right now there is a lot of confusion going on. But at some point of the night, if you stay there, you are going to be questioned.
I don't want to speak to the police.
It's not my
You have
number
a-
one option either. Like,
You have you can slip away.
Yeah.
Amidst the confusion, there's going to be people that say that some guys killed this ravening monster, but you could slip away amidst the confusion.
I would try and get away.
I would like to slip away. Yeah.
Professor Smith says, "Thank you for coming, my friends. This is a disaster. Poor boy, poor Matthew. Did you see? He turned into this horrible thing. I knew that boy. He was a pupil of my college in Constantinople. I don't understand who could have done such a thing to this.
So I guess none of us knew Martin because that was his.
Matthew.
Sorry, Matthew. None of us knew
No.
him because that was
No,
his
you don't know-
student abroad.
Yes,
Yeah.
just yes. Look, I have this is Professor Demir. He's a good friend of mine, a college of mine who lives in Constantinople, and Matthew was one of his students, and he was studying and working here in London. Well, look, friends, it's a long tale, and let's talk over this in a more calm time. I need to rest. I know. I need to put my ideas in order first. Could you come to my house tomorrow? And if you want, I will tell you my story. I will tell you what I know. And if you want to help me, I will be really, really thankful for it. I know you have done more than I could have hoped for until now, but I really don't know who to trust anymore, and powerful people are behind these foul deeds.
We'll certainly come and see you tomorrow, Matthew.
I really appreciate it, my friends. I really appreciate it, my friends. I knew I could count on you.
What's happening to the body currently?
Yeah. I want to know.
The bodies are like, first they will call Dr. Hobbs to examine it, but Dr. Hobbs is dead with his face beaten off upstairs, so they're trying to get a hold of another medical examiner, and they're not sure what the fuck is that. So they're just leaving it there for the time being and just have the place, sealed off and trying to move people away from the building. Like, find another place to stay for now. This is a murderous scene and situation. And, well, again, if you keep, about, you are going to be questioned by the police. So those of you who don't want that, well, have a chance to slip away just after Smith finishes talking to you.
Could I perhaps walk up to an officer, since they didn't see me inside the building, I'm assuming, and I'll just say, I understand you have a body up there. I work for the museum as a conservator, and perhaps I can be of some help preserving the scene.
Well, I'm not sure, sir, but we are waiting for the medical examiner to look at this thing and determine what it is, or I don't see how you could help us at the time, sir. But I'm thankful for your offer. Now, Charles, what is your intention here? You want to be able to examine the body? You
Yeah,
want?
I was gonna see if I could have like use potentially some of like my preservation skills or something to ensure that that body is not going to go anywhere or dissolve or disappear or some weird shit.
Oh, okay. Yes. You come. You come inside and give me some kind of social role, like persuade, charm, or fast talk, to see if you can trick this poor and nervous officer to
The one Bruce,
convince him.
seduce them with your beard. That's what I want to say.
You can flaunt your beard. Okay.
Success, my friend.
Well, that's
Nice.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
well, you say, well, how? Tell me, Charles, how does that go? How do you charm this poor, nervous police officer?
Listen, son, I know a lot of men fought valiantly, and you were one of them, and I just want to go in there and help preserve the evidence so that way you and your colleagues can have the best shot at releasing this information to the public and getting some answers.
Oh,
I know you
well,
wouldn't mind my expertise lending in while you await the medical examiner, is that right?
Well, I suppose with Dr. Hobbs dead upstairs, I suppose it could not hurt if you take a look, sir. But please, don't say that I let you in.
No.
And, hey, she just let you walk in. That said, outside with the others, Professor Smith suddenly, when he finishes speaking with you, he seems to realize something. He says he puts a face of realization and says, "Oh, but of course, the fez. We have to take that fez. We have to destroy it. Oh my God! Oh my God! How do we do this? Oh,
I was going to ask earlier about the phase when all this shit was kicking off with the dead body and the animated dead body. Was the phase just sitting there lying on the ground just still, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
We have to manage to get our hands in that fez, friends. Before the police, the police will not know what to do with it. We have to ensure its destruction. Well, I don't know. What can we do? Well, Merriweather seems to have. He's waltzing right just inside the building. Could
I'm pretty slow. You could probably catch me.
He's just catching up with the
you
scene.
see, in fact, you turn about and you see this young police officer standing in the door, and you see he stepping aside, and Merriweather slowly begins to walk inside. So what do you do? Smith says, wait, hey, Merriweather! He screams from behind and says to the police officer, he's my colleague. I work with him. Well, if any of you are doing anything else outside, or you just try to walk,
Just trying to
inside.
process what I've just seen.
What?
Just trying to process what I've
I'm
just seen. That's it.
I wanted to leave before the police were coming.
Yes, well, Catherine, you left the scene. Okay,
Yeah,
you left.
Just
You left.
checking, sorry.
You left the scene, and Tony, what did you do?
I guess if I've seen Merryweather going, I'll stick around. Plus, I need to do some first aid on my wounds as well, so I'll loiter around outside.
Okay, yes. There's a lot of confusion here, and this man just stepped aside and let Merryweather step in. Smith says that he works with Merryweather, and he goes right behind him. Angus, what did you say? What you were doing? Sorry.
I'm just sticking around behind Tony. Like he seems to.
Okay, you stick around behind Tony and enter the building too.
Yeah. Right.
And these people come with you, Mister, and he addresses you, Merryweather.
If you don't mind, I could use some spare hands in order to make sure that the scene is preserved before, your colleagues might come and find out.
That's fine. You look like respectable. Anyway, we have to take statements from everyone at the scenes anyway, please. So stick around.
Right.
Okay, I understand that you were the ones that brought him down, right? In fact, when you entered, Tony, some people look at you and say, "That's the one who brought the monster down. He saved us."
Tony's gonna flex his big muscles and yeah.
But is that true, sir? Did you fought off this creature?
All me, just Tony and Beatrice. Me and Beatrice. It's gonna pose for a newspaper photograph.
I'm not gonna argue with that. I had nothing to do with it.
Beatrice is not a fool of a dog. He just stayed out of the way of this fight. He was scared shitless of this monster. And anyway, she saw that you were managing just fine without her. So, okay. You enter the building, and there's police helping a lot, taking out bodies and helping people that are wounded, and helping other bobbies that are wounded too. So a lot of confusion is going on there. The only real care is about the body, but Mr. Merryweather already got permission to take a look at it. So Smith says, "Oh, well, friends, let's go upstairs before anyone else takes notice of this mess."
I would have been curious. Is there any chance I can get any kind of look at the body, like just out of curiosity?
Yes, you're coming with Merryweather.
Yeah.
Just before going to the stairs, you see this monstrosity split in half, and now that you look at it, it's just humanoid. He looked like his facial features looked like this withered man that was in the room, but horribly deformed at the transformation. But it seems to have been human at some point.
Okay.
Just what you saw before.
And does he seem? Oh, I'm not there. Sorry.
No, you are not there. You return to the hotel with your friend to spend the rest of the night. And Merryweather, you are near the body. You don't see it doing anything funny. It's just a body, a horrible body. But yes, yes.
Keep my face covered with the handkerchief and still keep my distance and not really touch anything, but I'll kind of look around the room to see if I could spot the fez. You see the mark where the fez was, this rim of flesh, of raw flesh around the forehead of this creature, this that used to be a man. And but you don't see the face anywhere around. You don't see any hat or face or anything laying around. Okay, and the body doesn't seem to be decomposing quickly or doing nothing funny. It's just
creature's body, and the inside seems to be human, but some like withered, like dried out. It's a really strange creature, and there's for the carnage around, there is very little blood.
Does this shriveled up, wrinkled body face still look like humanoid features, like people features?
Yes, it has humanoid features, but just his face is like stretched back by the effect of the skull elongating upwards. But other than and there's the filed teeth, but yes, he seems to have been some kind of Oriental man at some point.
All right, this is fucking.
Some Middle Eastern man at some point.
Okay.
Well, it's the man you saw. A withered man that you saw, but you remember Professor Smith telling you that this was a lad that was a student, was a graduate student. So
he was a young man.
Yes, he was a young man.
But he looked hella
but he was super withered, and look at ancient. But he was a young man.
Would I potentially know anything from my field or my studies as to what might have been happening here?
No way. You have archaeology, right? But you don't have natural world. You don't have biology. No, your expertise is more than preserving, inanimate things. You just bluff your way in.
Can I do a biology roll? Because Tony has limited biology. So can he have a quick look to see what he thinks?
But what do you want? What do you want to know about? So
He's trying to figure out if he looks like he's aged really fastly as opposed to normal aging.
I've got a natural world, a very low natural world roll.
See, I was thinking more from a history aspect. So if I knew of any tomes or anything that I might have worked on, that would have. No, really,
something that a rapid aging, maybe some strange, some kind of wasting disease, maybe, but according to Professor Smith, this happened over a course of 4 nights. So you haven't never heard of anything like this. So, Professor Smith motions some of you or whoever wants to follow him. Oh, friends, we have to take that fest. We have to. We can't allow it to fall in the wrong hands. These people could steal it or worse. Let's try and sneak about. Let's take advantage of the confusion right now.
So we need somebody needs to pick up this face. I'm thinking it's there in the room. Sorry, let's.
Yeah. So yes, if you go upstairs with the professor,
somebody needs to grab
to the room where this monster was, this man was. Yes, you see the face just laying there.
Can we assume I've got gloves? Because I probably would have because of what I am, right? But I'm gonna.
What time you use it actually?
I'm a former laboratory technician, and I now have a bookshop, so I handle things with care. I have gloves, so.
I have a handkerchief.
I don't think you have a gloves handy right now, but you can have a handkerchief and with care or take it with care. Okay, you don't need to touch it.
I'd like to grab it and put it in my bag without touching it with my bare hands.
Tony's standing back as you touch the devil hat thing.
Yeah, so I'd try and wrap. I must have in my bag. I've got a book bag, right? So I must have a couple of different bits of cloth for wrapping up certain books because some of them are valuable.
All right.
I'm going to wrap it in that and put it inside my book bag.
All right. And when even when the care you take to handle this fest, you get this. It's a mild, queasy feeling when you handle it, but it passes quickly.
Good.
You just wrap it up, and Professor Smith says, "Good thinking, my friend. Good thinking. It's better to handle this artifact, this thing, carefully for now." And I will, if I will take care of it now. I will explain you tomorrow everything you need to know, and if you still want to help me, I will be really, really thankful, Angus.
I'll close the bag. I'll close the zipper or the buttons or whatever it is on the rest of this bag and say, well, we'll talk tomorrow about that. For now, I'm just glad to get some rest.
Okay, thank you. And he grabs this wrapped up fest. Okay, now let's get out of here before we grab any more attention. I would not like to
Sorry.
anyone to know we have this.
Am I giving it to him or is it staying in my bag? This wrapped up.
He asked you for it because
I'll
he's
give it to him
going
then.
to take.
Yeah, I'd
to
rather
take
give it
care
to
of
him than
it.
carry it.
Okay. Okay. And well, there's not going to be much more. You are taking your statements by the police. What do you exactly say to them is up to you. What do you say to them? What happened here? Because I don't know if you're going to say you saw a man transform into this beast or just a crazed man. You get a feeling the police is happy to find a reasonable way to explain all this and shut this down without more.
I wouldn't say any more than a crazed man. I wouldn't say anything more than that. I don't know about anyone else, but
Yeah, I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I'll just say he was trying to attack everyone, so I shot him a few times.
Oh, a few times,
Yeah.
but he doesn't seem to have died of one-shot wounds. Anyway, well, also there's a new medical examiner who was brought in because Dr. Hobbs is dead, and it's the police are happy to just to close this down quickly and chalk everything up to a crazed man under the influence of unknown substances, and yes, just leave it at that. And you are all respectable people,
R.I.P. Dr. Hobbs.
are vouched for by the professor, who is a recently made professor at the City and Guilds College of the University of London. So, well, you are let go without much hassle. In fact, many of the people in the building acknowledge that you fought these murderous men and defended them. And even some kid says that there was a nice woman who helped us and locked us in an apartment, kept us safe. And where's that nice woman? I don't know, sir. I just saw her around, but she's nowhere to be found. Well, the next day, a quick newspaper article will say about a crazy man attack into a building in Dorwell Street, and some locals helped the residents and brought this murderer down. And there is some missing statements, and if anyone involved is still at large without giving a statement to clear up things, the police request that they come forward, but nothing more than that. Okay.
Oh dear.
Fuck the police.
Well, Dr. Smith, once you are far from there, Dr. Smith tells you, well, my friends, we have to destroy this this thing, and it's better not to delay things anymore.
So, is this us at his apartment the next day, and we can
No,
talk?
this is
No?
now. This
Oh.
is now after they leave the surroundings of the building. Okay, yeah, far.
Okay.
But he is with the three of you, and he takes out a lighter and grabs some papers and stuff, and I do not dare to touch it, but do you mind, Angus, if I burnt the damn thing with wrapping it all?
Not at all. That's not going to bother me at all.
And he lights on fire the bundle you just gave him, and it burns and burns and burns, and then the until only burnt fabric remains, but the fest is still intact. And he says, "Bloody hell! I can't believe this. Well, it was too easy, I suppose."
Like, is
We
it still
can-
like bright red, or does it look burned and scarred? Like charred?
No,
sorry.
nothing. Perfectly intact. Mr. Well, Mr. Taylor, can you lend me your knife, please?
Yeah, he'll hold him the bloody knife. Yeah, let's go.
He stabs at the thing, and it doesn't. It bends, but it does not get pierced. He tries to slash it, and I suppose this was too much to ask, right? To be this easy to destroy this evil artifact. I suppose I will have to guard it until we can find a way to destroy it, friends. I would like to speak with you tomorrow when we have all get some well-deserved rest. I
you
don't
have
know about
somewhere-
you, but
Do you have
Yes?
somewhere proper safe to keep it though, like in a safe?
well,
Do you-
you're not there, Catherine. But he says to the three of you, "Don't worry, friends. I will have it safe. But please, I will want to speak with you tomorrow. We could meet at the Oriental Club. I would like Catherine to join us, so it will not be possible. So let's meet. We could meet at my house then, if that's fine with you, gentlemen."
That's absolutely fine with me. I know the Oriental
Yeah.
Club, but what's your address and we can find you there?
All right,
And
all
who,
right,
who
friends.
gets in touch with Catherine?
I would
No,
know where his house is. I'm his friend.
Alright.
yeah, he says, I will let Catherine know that of our appointment. I hopefully I can I need all the help I can on this. I'm a bit embarrassed to bother her. She being a lady and all, and put her in danger. But in fact, I'm ashamed to have put in danger all of you, my friends. But this was a life or death situation, and again, I'm very, very thankful for it. And well, he says his goodbyes, and each one of you are free to go to your house or whatever you want to do to take a well-deserved night's rest. Anthony, you are wounded.
Yeah.
You want to try and do first? Oh, you
Can
know
I try
what?
first aid on Anthony?
Didn't you got first aid when you were being questioned? Someone.
Yeah.
So roll 1d3.
Okay. Hold on. The button. 1d3, d4.
You can type roll d3.
2.
Okay, you heal 2 hit points, and then because you have a night's rest and you are not mortally wounded, you heal up another point.
Oh,
Okay?
so back to normal. Cool.
Nice.
Nice. You gain back sanity, or is that wishful thinking?
No,
Think
the
so.
sanity awards are not due yet. So, okay, let's the next day breaks.
So, Leo, did we take any, like 1 point of sanity from seeing the monster? Like if we succeeded?
Catherine lost like 7 out of 25.
In fact, I'm going to say this. The only one who lost her head by seeing the monster was Catherine, and because when an investigator loses sanity, not only loses sanity, has a bout of madness from seeing a mythos creature or a mythos encounter, he gains 5 Cthulhu mythos points.
Ooh.
That's what you want, come on.
So,
my first one ever.
starting her path to
Whoa,
madness.
she's gonna be a wizard. Oh,
Yes, come on. I want some of them.
And now, Tammy, your character cannot have now more than 94 sanity maximum ever. Your maximum sanity is 99 minus your skill in Cthulhu Mythos.
Nice.
So-
Okay, so I put my Cthulhu Mythos points up to 5, though. Is that right?
Yes, you have 5 Cthulhu Mythos.
8 points.
So I think if you had like if you had a 50 Cthulhu Mythos score, you would have a max sanity of 50.
Yeah.
Yes,
Ooh,
59.
I like that.
Because one thing is your starting sanity. In fact, you will have to find some way to get this if in case it becomes relevant. Because one thing is starting sanity determines your threshold for indefinite insanity, right? And maximum sanity, it's 99 minus Cthulhu Mythos skill. Okay, and there's the current sanity, that is the one you roll to see if you lose sanity points or not. But those are 3 different things. You can have more sanity than you started with, because in a campaign, when you play several adventures or modules or scenarios with the same characters, you earn sanity points rewards at the end, so you can have more points of sanity than those you started with. But that's it. Well, I'm not sure if it will become relevant in the case of Catherine, because she started with 25 sanity points. But
She was quite close to like life, to be fair.
She was already
ended up-
close to the brink, eh?
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, next day breaks, okay? And if you want to do anything before your appointment with Professor Smith, Catherine, you will get in the morning a message from Professor Smith wants to meet with you today at his house, along with the other colleagues, to discuss the events of last night. And if you will be inclined to help him once more, he will be really thankful for it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would have been expecting a message from him, to be fair. So, yeah, I'll go.
all right. And well, if unless any of you want to do something before this meeting, is there something you want to do?
Oh,
I'm gonna pick up a spare hunting knife to give Angus and show him how to use it.
well, did we not go home separately? Did we all get a message in the morning again?
No, because the three of
No,
you
I told you
were.
last night.
Yeah,
I left before the police.
Yes, he told you in person about the meeting, but Catherine wasn't there, so he sent a message to her.
Okay.
That's the reason.
Okay.
So,
Yes, I'm going. And my man Taylor's going to craft me another extra weapon, apparently.
Yeah, you can have my spare hunting. As long as Leo lets you, you can have my spare hunting knife.
I don't have a
Let's go.
problem. I mean, I suppose Anthony has a collection of knives and
Yeah.
things, hunting stuff. Okay.
Catherine would have a little, like maybe a little dagger pit knife, like envelope opener size knife, because she does have a past from being a prostitute. And
Yes, and well, after what you saw last night,
yeah, I'm going to put one in my
you-
purse and just make sure that I have something with me.
Okay, I suppose you will be inclined to help your good old friend Professor Smith, but yes, this time you are not going to be unprepared for anything.
And I'll bring something from Merryweather, but I feel like I should bring him like a spoon or something. Like,
So
Hello,
I'm armed with knowledge. Thank
hello,
you.
metal sport.
Well, yeah, when you meet up in Professor Smith's house, well, Taylor, you gave Angus one knife, like, you know, he gives him a knife just in case,
Let's go.
because and Professor Smith says that's not unwise, my friends. Although I would be more rather trusting of a good gun, because, well, some of the threats we face are quite human, if not very, very, very wicked. And well, I will explain you better at our meeting. So well, Smith has his manservant serve you whatever you want to drink or eat. Okay, and well, he starts to explain things to you. He says, well, friends, I want to thank you again for your assistance last night. We all saw horrifying things, but I'm afraid that it's not an isolated incident. This is the work of nefarious masterminds behind these awful happenings. You see, I have been in contact with this college of mine in Constantinople, Professor Demir. Well, you know that I traveled abroad and I have visited Constantinople in the past to do some research. Well, this Professor Demir contacted me and told me about this wicked artifact, this cursed fez, and he told me about his student. In fact, the only reason I was there last night was because the poor lad, just before he slipped into the state he was, he uttered my name to the
Your
police, to the to the medical examiner, and then I was called to the scene.
What's this professor called? Who do you think's behind this?
No, he's not. No, of course not.
No,
Not Professor Demir. He's.
What was the name of the person that you said was behind this? You're sure someone?
We still don't know. In fact, we are trying to figure that out. We have a pretty good idea, but well, I'm going to share with you all my knowledge, and then I hope you decide to help me, friends. I got some telegrams from Professor Demir Let me show you. And he hands you a few telegrams, and I'm going to give them to you in case you want to read them. So these are these Professor Demir's initial telegrams he sent to good Professor Smith. Okay. This is the first telegram he got from Professor Demir from Constantinople, and it says, have been keeping tabs on cult activity. Stop. A man named Menkav has come into possession of a terrible item known as the Blood Red Fez. Stop. He's traveling to England on some mysterious purpose. Stop. One of my students based in London has volunteered to follow him and report. End of message. Then he hands you another one. I got this on Friday. This telegram. This other one I'm going to give you, and it says, my student Puck has elected to try and steal the Fez. Stop. I have warned him Menkav is dangerous, but he will not listen. I fear for his safety. He has your address in London. Please aid him if you can. And well, I suppose that's why the poor lad knew about my name, about me, because Professor Demir told him he could trust me and I could aid him. But well, you all saw what happened. I'm going to venture that these men caught him in the attempt to steal the Fez, and well, did to him what we all saw.
Sure.
Well, I'm not being funny.
And that's all, my friends. Today, just before you came, I received another telegram from Demir, and he hands it to you. Well, it says, Fez is very dangerous, impossible to destroy. Well, we know now about that. On no account wear it. Have trusted allies bring it by all speed to Constantinople. Will use what knowledge I have to destroy it. Warn them in no uncertain terms that their lives may be at peril. I will meet them at Circesi Station. End of message. And well, there you go. This artifact must be destroyed. Professor Demir seems to think he has the knowledge to do it and the means to do it. But we need to bring this to him in Constantinople. And well, I have been there before. I can't go back there. I have, let's say, enemies there that will make sure I'm a dead man if I ever step again in that city.
In Constantinople?
Yes.
Oh.
But yes, that's some unrelated to this. It's other people. There are many evil people in the world with evil intents and different kinds of madness.
I feel like if you've got enemies it's related, you should tell us who your enemies are.
You can trust us. Yeah, you can trust us. We're friends. Come on.
Yes, it's not that I do not trust you, my friends. It's like you are safer that way. But this is not related to those men. These are other troubles I managed to get myself into in the past, and I have to avoid. I cannot go to that city again. It's a death sentence for me. But I I will have to trust you to do this for me. I don't know what to say. You already helped me a long way. I trust Professor Demir. He saved my life. In fact, I would not be here today if it wasn't for him and his intervention. But well, I'm going to disclose it to you because you are my friends. And again, this has nothing to do with our current situation. But
Okay.
yeah, I made myself enemies with some guy called called Selim Makriat, a very foul fellow. I have to say, I fell afoul of his little group of fanatics. Well, short thing is I will be dead if I go back to Constantinople again. And Professor Demir helped me. He's also an enemy of these people, but well, he lives there. He's from that city. He knows how to take care of himself.
Who are these
but, well,
people that
anyway,
would have you dead?
This is a weird, strange cult that I don't know exactly what do they worship, but it's some kind of evil deity, and they commit atrocious deeds in its name. But it has nothing to do with this main calf person and his cult of. This is a cult that worships this artifact, this blood red fest.
Where did this blood red fez come from originally? Did he tell us?
Yes, well, it came from there, from Turkey. In fact, this man called Menkaf brought it to London, and well, I don't know the reason why, but he used it on this poor Matthew.
Where did it come from? Did it come from like a tomb? Did it come from?
I'm not that well versed into his story. That's more Professor Demir's field of study. But there are many legends about this artifact in the Middle East. This is a very unknown artifact or thing here in the Western world. It's the reasons why this man brought it to London elude me, and why did he use it on poor Matthew and left it there baffles me. But we have a chance to destroy it, and we should take it.
Are we going to get
Yes.
How are we going to take it to him?
Yes. As we see, Professor Demir says he believes he can destroy it. He has the means to do it, but it must be taken back.
If you can't go, how are we going to get there?
Well, as I said, Professor Demir will be waiting you at the station in Constantinople. We have already figured it out. The fastest way to go in the modern day is taking the Orient Express. I know, it's an expensive trip. It's not for. I understand, my friends. I'm not asking you, of course, to take such a expensive journey on your own pocket. You see, we have secured the help of a gentleman, a fellow occultist that is it's interested in helping us to get rid of this fest. He is the Baron von Hofler. He's an Austrian wealthy nobleman, and we have secured his help. In fact, he has put upfront the money for this trip. Okay, and he will also join whoever goes into this trip. He will join them in Vienna. He will board the train and join the trip to Constantinople. And I also believe that this man has valuable information that can help us in our endeavor. He's a fellow man of letters and committed to destroy evil, just like us. Look, the plan is to leave from Paris aboard the Orient Express next Wednesday, right? And well, the trip will take 3 days across all the continent to Constantinople. And well, friends, Demir told me to trust on allies, and I cannot think of finer allies than you, who already are involved in this and saw what happened, what this terrible artifact is capable of. And I assure you, the people that worship this are very, very evil men that must be stopped. And we cannot afford to have the face to fall back into their hands. So I don't know if you are inclined to help me again, and I would understand if you don't want to do so. As my friend said in his telegram, I must tell you that your lives will be in danger.
My life is in danger every day, and I could do with a change of pace and getting away from here for a few days. So I'm with you. I'll help.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, thank you, Catherine.
Tony's in as well. He's confirmed with Beatrice. We're coming with you. It sounds like fun.
I've never felt a direct calling from God to help my fellow man, but I've always felt like I should do my best to help my fellow man, and you're a man in need. I guess you have me.
Okay, well, I thank you, friends. I really appreciate this. And well, it's not only me. It's you saw what evil it's capable of. In first, you know this firsthand. Who knows what else this evil artifact can do? So it's best for everyone that it is destroyed. And again, you can trust Professor Demir. He is a fine gentleman, and he is committed to the destruction of evil.
But the professor still needs to explain what this is a little bit better, though. What's going on?
Mr. Merriweather, sir. Well, I understand, given your age, if you don't want to do this, but I'm still thankful that you are here, sir. I have a highest respect for you, my friend. He's a prophet, Mr. Merriweather. Merriweather, did you hear what I just said, Professor, Mister?
All right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, then, are you going to go with them?
Yeah. I think that you guys probably need some experience going on this trip.
It's like Tony's going to be like, you seem to be taking some good notes, and that's something that we lack in this team.
Well, I'm overjoyed, Mr. Merriweather. I respect you a lot, sir, and I know you will be of value to this little expedition. And well, we have to see the bright side of this. You all get to board the Orient Express. I hear it's a wonderful experience, and the fastest way to travel around the world nowadays. So, well, See if there is anything else I can do to help you. We have a few days. Well, we have until Wednesday. If you need to seek more knowledge, maybe I don't know. The only thing I know is that Mencaf and his talks are somewhere in London right now, and they will be trying to get the fest back. I will entrust it with you, and well, it's we have to take it to Constantinople and get rid of it.
Yeah. We'll probably just lay low then for a couple of days if we have to stay in London to wait for this train. Like, I don't think that we should like meet up or like, do you know what I mean? So that they don't get suspect of us.
How often
And
is
then
the...
Yes, that's probable. Maybe it was we tried. We made quite a splash on that place yesterday, but I don't think the police has many details. Well,
It's
they
not the
have
police
or
that-
stat.
It's not the police that I'm worried about.
No, but those people may get information from them. That's my point.
Okay.
But I don't think. Well, more maybe they have your names. Well, but they have my name too. Anyway, we still we are in London. Anyway, we are in the seat of the empire, so we are safer here than in their turf. They are in our turf now.
The seat of the empire. Cool.
So yes, it's the 93. You know, it's that all kind of way of thinking. Yes.
So Leo, who's on the throne? Is it a king or a queen? Is it a queen?
This
Queen
I think
Victoria?
it's
Martin,
king.
you're the English one.
You're
here.
the
You
Englishman
tell
in the
us.
You're the
stream,
English
bro.
guy.
Come
Yeah.
on, you should know.
I'm from Manchester.
I'll
so we
Google
don't
it.
care.
I'll Google it. Right.
I think it was Queen
Who
Victoria and the
was-
Victoria.
it's the Victorian era, you know. So it's supposed
Monarch.
to be Victoria.
Queen Victoria, okay.
1893. We'll double check. It was
Your
George
English
V.
side in revolt.
George
Oh,
V
George
was
V.
monarch in 1893.
Okay. There's some history. George V.
Yeah. What's called then Victorian era? Well,
I just
Okay.
googled who was monarch in 1893. It says George V. I don't care. I'm Scottish. It never made any difference to me.
all right. Well then, my friends, if you want to do any investigations, I will help you wherever we can.
Yeah, so I remember Bill saying that he had a bookshop.
Yes, Bill's books.
So what sort do you all cover? Because I feel like it was going to be some sort of specialist book that we're not going to find in a library, but I feel
well.
like we need to find a little bit out about this.
My bookshop's your average everyday bookshop for every man. We've got from
But
working.
would you know people then who did deal with those type of books?
Well, I'm a bit of a collector myself, though. This is the thing. I've got a bookshop, and it's mostly just what the people want to buy. But I'm a collector, and I'm into antique books. And
So I'm asking
first
you,
editions and-
I'm asking you about what collection of books that you have that maybe because we're going to have to research this.
come and have a
So
look.
do you? Huh?
Come and have a
Well,
look at my shop. You can see whatever I've got. It's all yours to browse, like to
Well,
peruse.
well, Angus. Yes, you have a bookshop, but you don't have the same variety of topics like the library. You don't happen to have laying around a book that will speak about this legend or this myth of the fest. But
Yeah.
certainly, and Professor Smith also tells you that, well, if you want to do some research, I suppose the library, the British Museum will be of help. I myself, I'm not so well versed into this. I have other researches.
I've got a very
But,
low occult roll. Can I make an occult roll to see if anything that I can think of attaches to any
Well,
books in my shop?
you can roll. I'm not going to tell you not to roll.
I would like to check out a library at some point and see. Failed.
Yes, Catherine, that's a good idea. Yes, I think knowledge is power. We should use this time we have to know whatever we can about our enemies and the artifact they seek. So I suppose we don't know much about this Mencaf fellow, only that he's an evil man and he has a bunch of talks with him. But maybe poor Matthew managed to find out more when he was following him.
Where was Matthew staying before he ended up in this little detox room?
Aye, if there's
he
anyone
was,
worth talking to, it's going to be Matthew, eh?
Matthew, well, I suppose we can find out his address. Well, yes.
I think we should check out Matthew's place before we go.
Yes, we can find the little the room he rented. He was just a student, a student who also worked. But yes, you could go and see if he left behind something that could help us. Okay, and well. I don't know what else.
Look at the fez.
Yes. Yes.
Oh no.
It's well, the fez doesn't do anything. It's yes, it's blood red. Like looks like it, as if it's caked in blood, but it's not blood. It's just the color it has.
And kind of turning it, like not touching it directly, but through like a handkerchief. I have like a pocket microscope and stuff. Is there any like labels on the inside or anything like that?
Okay. You want to look it with a microscope? You say? Well,
like a
looking glass.
Made in China.
Okay. All right. Well, you look at it closer. It smells very strange. Okay, and you are examining it closer, and you could swear you are hearing whispers coming from somewhere.
What?
And okay. Did you touch the face? Excuse me. You said you were looking.
Not directly, but like through a handkerchief.
I had it wrapped up when I handed it over there.
Okay.
Yeah, but we burned the wrapping, didn't we?
Yeah, but and poked it with the knife.
I still, by the time I handed it over to you, I was still using some cloths or something.
This is
I'm not touching it. Yeah,
more organised and stuff. Yeah, we've not.
Definitely not touching it.
I want to actually taste it. I'm just kidding.
Well, you have to touch it for that. So give me a Constitution roll.
Oh, go on, Grandpa, lick it.
Okay. What do we got here? And no, it's Constitution, not power. But I'm going to take that 19 anyway. What is your Constitution? I suppose it's higher than 19. So you pass. You feel nausea. but it passes quickly. Mr. Merriweather. And
Did I
and
roll a power?
a flash goes into your mind of a monstrous shimmering form out of focus, but it carries a sense of the unspeakable, but it just flashes through your mind. And Professor Smith says, "Oh, Mr. Merriweather, I don't think that's safe, sir." Because he says licking the face. We have to treat this with care. And
I'm gonna give Professor Merriweather one of the Beatrice's dog biscuits and be like, "It's okay, you can eat this."
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Are you sure? Like you kind of did a sexual look when you lit the heart. Kind of concerned.
No, I'm fine. I wanted to look at it and get a closer feel for it.
Tony's like, "What did it taste like?" Though he's actually very interested. What does the
actually,
taste like?
It's a awful taste, just like the smell.
Tony's
It's like,
really close
you know,
to
when
licking
you-
it too.
When you fart sometimes and you smell it and you can kind of taste.
Tony knows a lot.
You know those good ones.
Okay. Well, but other than that, the fest it's not doing anything strange. Just it's there. But yeah, you don't feel really well touching it.
Stomp it
So
into
guys,
the
are we
ground.
gonna do some investigating out and leave the hat here, or are we taking the hat with us, or what are we gonna do?
I don't feel happy about picking up that evil thing. I already gave it away.
I'm scared it'll get stolen if we leave it with Julius. No offense, Julius.
Yeah, you know that. Yeah, that's absolutely fine, but it's your turn to pick it up.
Well, you will have to.
In a big box. I want to put it in a big box.
Okay, yeah. Well, yes, I suppose that any hat box will serve its purpose. Yes.
But we should secure it in some way, I think. Like,
Well, if you want, I can have it secured here in my
do
safe.
you have a do
Until-
you have a safe in your office or do you have a safe in your shop, Mr. Bill? Sorry.
Do you
Yeah.
have a safe, Bill, in your shop?
Oh yeah, I have.
Would you feel comfortable keeping this in the safe?
Not really, but it's the only safe you've got handy, so.
I think
Well,
so.
well, friends, I can have it secure in my home, in my safe until you have to depart, if you want.
These people are more likely to know where you are and know
Yeah.
your name than they are with the rest of us.
Here's the thing, I would rather it was in his house, but you make a point, so we should lock it up in my safe. I've got a safe for the cash and stuff in my shop, so if you want to lock it up in there, I suppose, if we
Is that
really
where your
have to...
Is that where your family live there with all your
No,
kids?
no, it's
Okay.
not. We live in the next town over, it's about 5, 6, 7 miles
Yeah.
over there.
Okay.
My shop's in the next town. I go
Okay.
in every day and I unlock shit. My house is not upstairs from my shop.
Okay.
Make
And
make that clear to the evil
Mr.
GM.
Merriweather, I forgot about this, but you lost 1d6 magic points.
Ooh, from licking? Whoa.
You will regain a magic point each hour. In any case.
That's totally worth it. Still worth it.
Wizard Charles.
Yes, you feel when you lose magic point, you feel drained, like tired.
More so than usual.
More than usual, yes.
I think I just took a nap during that conversation too, so I'm gonna need another nap too.
Leo, are there
Probably.
Leo, are there any other hats in the room? Because I want to see if Merryweather will lick some other hats. Like if it's like a thing that he does.
If it's
Like,
just the phase or if
No,
it's
I
all
don't
hats
think
as well.
Merryweather does
I'd
much
smack
licking.
that shit out of your hands. Don't touch me.
You pass other hats, Merryweather, but I don't know what he does.
Like it's an Easter bonnet. This one looks cool.
I don't give a crap about that. Don't touch me.
Okay, I'm the dumb one. I've done my bit with the gun. So what do you guys want to do for the investigation?
Okay. Well,
Can you teach me how to use the gun?
There with you. He says he told you about this guy Matthew. He told you about well, if you can investigate anything more about this fest.
I think we'll give him Matthew's his room or whatever he was renting before. We should go to his one that he had, his student one.
And we're locking up the hat on the way, right, in the safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Wrapped
now,
up in dynamite.
Before we begin into this investigation, I have there must be like almost midnight over there, guys. We
Yeah.
have been going at it 3 hours. Do you
Yep.
want? It is a good spot to park the session if you want, or you want to keep going and do the investigation part of this scenario, or you want to do this. I just asking because we have been going at it 3 hours.
Martin has
Martin's
work
working tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
I could do a few more
I don't-
minutes, but yeah, not long.
If
Maybe
it's
not
a-
many more minutes, but
If it's a nice cut-off point.
no, I think it's a sweet point in the story to stop to.
Yes,
I'm
because
excited.
a few more minutes, we are going to cut it in the middle of the investigation. So
okay.
it's a good. If we are going to cut in a few minutes, it's better to cut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just now.
Yeah, good call.
Okay. So next Saturday, hopefully, we are going to go full swing of the investigation about the Blood Red Fest.
Yeah.
And I hope you had fun with this little beginning of the prologue of this campaign. And we're going to part the session here. I want to thank everyone watching the streams. We are going to we will see you in the next Saturday for the next chapter. I also will be on stream playing video games, other role-playing games, and other stuff I do during the week. If you want to hang out, and also I wanted to do a big plug for the Discord server, because if you are wondering, just in case you are wondering, where did I find all these fine players? Well, you have to check out the THC Discord server. The Hobby Club, also known as the Handsome Cunts. And you will
The
find it
shaggers.
down below. Well, I don't have a link in my Twitch channel yet, but I do have it in YouTube for this video.
I'll pop it in your Twitch chat right now, Big Shag.
Pop there, plug your
I got it
the
already.
Discord server there. You will find all of us there, and many more fine people to play role-playing games, video games, you name it, whatever hobby we nerdy guys like. So, that's it for tonight, and see you on the next one.
See you next time,
Bye.
everybody. Thanks, Leo.
everyone.
Thanks to you, man. Thanks to you, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching.